do a lot of market research.
Yeah.
So especially doing virtual, we start out first finding an area that we want to go into.
Yeah.
Okay. And that might be a flip of a coin. I really don't care. Um, we need some people to come on in here and ask some questions.
Yes. What's up, everybody? This is Jay Wicker with Real Estate Aholics, and got my guy here, Jason Sims, on here with us. What's up, Jason?
What's going down, my man? Appreciate the opportunity.
Bro. Not much, man. And also Ryan. What's up, Ryan?
What's going on, Jay?
Not much, man. Welcome, guys. Just tell them where you at, what do you do, and where you logging in from, and what you do.
I guess I'll go first. Since Ryan looking, he's like, "Hey, man, you go first. I got to think about something." All right. So Jason Sims out of Dallas, Texas, primarily wholesaling, but we do everything when it comes to creative real estate. We're getting ready to do hopefully do some new construction stuff, and yeah, man, anything that has to do with real estate, that's what we do. We also do some other business structure and coaching when it comes to real estate as well. So, you need something, reach out.
Absolutely. What about you, bro?
Yeah, so from Raleigh, North Carolina, we do primarily wholesaling as well. We also invest in single families, some multifamily assets as well, and it's really about it for us.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All real estate all the time. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, but good news that we're getting ready to kick off a master. What do we call it? A commercial. My mind just went blank, man.
Master lease
option. Master lease option for commercial. So we're getting ready to put together a group to do that as well. Probably I just downloaded the app you was telling me for as far as the meeting is concerned, Jason. So I just did that, and also we're gonna do some different things here next. Hopefully, start next week as well, man. So we got quite a few people. That's part of the real estate group, right? So it's time to start utilizing everybody, man. So I think a lot of us is working kind of individually on a lot of different things. Might not put that funds together, man, to start acquiring some of these properties that we're running through. You know what I'm saying? Especially as wholesalers, man. We need to be making a little bit more money off these deals, man. So yeah, it's definitely something to you'll keep in mind here, man. So, but definitely, man. Welcome everybody. So let's talk, man. What are you guys working on right now, man? You guys have any deals you guys working on right now? Or what's the craziest thing you've seen lately?
Oh man, everything's crazy right now.
Yeah, market's real crazy right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my company.
Go ahead, bro.
We do about 10 to 15 deals per month, so it's like we always got something in the pipeline. I mean, some of the houses we've had to terminate recently because they've been a little bit lesser of quality, but I mean, we got some good ones. We have some real good ones though that we just picked up. So
yeah, are you guys getting the bulk of those from like other wholesalers, or are you getting them through like direct mail marketing, or how are you guys acquiring your properties right now?
No, so we mainly focus on texting, cold calling. We do YouTube ads. We're about to start working with another partner and doing a like more funneling through PPC and more creative funneling. So we have some good stuff coming, and I also invested in a TV commercial, but we're gonna wait to air that in January. So
okay, dope, man. So you guys are going in then.
More the better. So.
Yeah, you got to do a lot of different things, man. That's for sure. What about you, Jay?
Oh man, I mean we working on whatever comes through the pipeline.
Yeah,
and I mean, of course, we do the same marketing that Ryan does, SMS, along with cold calling. We do a little bit of PPC, but not on our own. We let somebody else generate those PPCs, and then we kind of cherry pick what it is that we actually want from those. So
yeah.
But basically, right now, also we're in our planning season, so we're going through beta testing and stuff like that on other systems and things that we actually want to use. And other than that, I mean, it's still driving in business. We're still, getting deals. Again, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, the market. Your sellers think that their house is worth 350. We know for a fact that it is not. And so, just like Ryan said, sometimes we have to let those contracts go because we can't do anything with them, and the seller won't budge. So that's just part of the business. But if you keep the pipeline full, like Ryan said, we got things in our pipeline. If you keep that pipeline full, then you don't worry about what those deals are.
Yeah, man. Some can fall out or whatever the case is. You still be consistently closing deals.
Right.
That's the key. That's the key to this thing, man. Really, man. To make sure that your pipeline is full.
You know what? Let's talk about that for a minute, Jay, because even when I talk to my coaching students, they don't understand that. They'll listen to podcasts like this one, but we're going to make sure that we keep it real on this podcast. But they'll listen to other people's podcasts, or listen to other people's YouTube channel, and they talk about that word consistency. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, they're not understanding where the consistency should actually be going, and nobody explains where the consistency should be going. So you got to. What they'll do is they'll market a little bit, and then they'll get some stuff, but then they don't understand what the follow-up process is, and then how many times they still have to go back and hit that same list to pull more deals out of that. That's where the consistency comes in. And Ryan is shaking his head because he agrees with me. Yeah. People will say, because when you talk to people, they'll say, hey, what list are you using, to get these deals? Well, it's not the list. It's how consistent you are with hitting that list. We'll take a list, right? We'll cold call that list. Okay. Well, we're not just going to cold call that one list. We're also going to text message that same list.
Yeah. Email it.
And then we'll email that list, right? Yeah. And we will triangle that list to Facebook and all that. So that's where your consistency comes from. Everybody's not going to answer the phone, but they might answer your text. Everybody's not going to answer the text and the phone, but they might go ahead and keep seeing your ad pop up on their Facebook, and then they might contact you, right? They might see it in their email, and then so everybody has their way of the way they want to communicate with you. That's where your consistency comes in. Let's call them, let's text them, and let's do some other things, of course, within budget to do that. And that's how you stay consistent. That's how you keep your pipeline.
I was reading a sales book, and they said for cold clients, you need about 52 touches for each person. So
wow.
Hey, keep at it.
Yeah. Until they tell you stop calling.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And stop calling me, man. You know what I'm saying? So. Right. Listen, man, I definitely understand what you said when you say that, Jason, man. I've dealt with different trainees or whatever the case is, and give them a list or whatever the case is, and they may touch them one time. Man, this is not working. Like, no, listen, you got to go in. Did you text them? You're not working the list, man. Because I could take that same list and probably close a couple deals off that list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because and also it's a thing too, man. You may have do most of your calling on early in the morning, is whatever the case is, right? Some people, wait till these people get off and call them in the afternoon. Are you adjusting your times when you call these people? Because people work full-time jobs. You gotta adapt. You gotta put yourself in a situation that you can touch the maximum amount of people, man. So you gotta be willing to adapt to your schedule.
Right.
So instead of watching that game, make some calls.
Yeah.
Here's a prime example, Jay, and most people don't catch on to this too, because we're all in marketing. Everybody on this podcast right now understands marketing, and we pretty much almost think the same. See, my wife, she'll get upset, right? We'll be looking at TV, and that same commercial will repeat itself 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, that is on purpose. That's not because there was a glitch. That was on purpose for you to hear that 3 times in a row.
Exactly.
Just to make sure you heard it. And that's the same way we have to be here. Right?
Yeah, man.
That's the same way we have to be with this business. Like all the other companies, and we can do this on a smaller level, but all the big companies, they can do it on a bigger level. All we have to do is get to that point. If we market over and over and over again, you'll get the deal.
So everybody finish this, right? Milk does a body
good.
Right? That's effective. Right? That marketing was effective, man.
Period.
So it's so many things like that your subconscious pick up that you don't even really understand that you have it, right? Until later on down the line. Or have you ever heard a song that's played on the radio? When you first heard it, it was like, this song is trash, right? But they play it so much, and then you find yourself singing, like, why is I singing this song? Yeah, man. So that's how you have to do with your marketing, bro.
That's when I first got hip to J. Cole. I swear to God.
Yeah.
My cousin used to play this. My cousin used to play the song. He's like, "Got me up all night." Yeah. And I'm like, what is she playing? I'm like, what is she got me up all night? Like, y'all that high? Like, what are y'all talking about? You know what I mean? Then I got to listening to it, like, hold on. Dude.
He jamming. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But that's how it has to be, man. You especially if you pay for this list. You have to work this list, man. You don't put your money in this list, man. You got to make sure you squeeze everything out of it. So what I do, I make sure I put them on the follow-up list, man. Hey, okay, so I'm going to call you next week. I'm going to call you in 6 months or whatever the case is, right? And then I put my notes in there, call them and say, hey, man, did you remember me? I talked to you such and such time. You told me to give you a call back. I'm just following up, man. How's everything going? You never know, man. Hey, man, I thought about you the other day. You know, and I have your number. Look, you call me. It must be God. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you got it in the contract, you can close it, you made your 10 grand.
Let me ask you a question though, Jay. Is that your follow-up list or is that your list?
Is it my follow-up list or is it my list? You talking about the ones I put to the side?
Right, because you said I'm gonna call you back. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because I was listening to you as a student.
Okay.
Right? And sometimes when they listen to you, they confuse I know what you're saying, but they'll confuse what you're saying. Because you're saying, hey, I talked to you a couple of weeks ago. But see, that sounds like it's on an actual follow-up. So they'll start putting those leads into their CRM thinking that's what follow-up is. And that's not follow-up. See, if you don't want to sell now, you don't move to my CRM. You stay in that list.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right, and I'll keep cultivating that list until you have raised your hand and shown your motivation. Then we'll move you over to that CRM. And now we're going to massage. That's what we call it. We're going to massage the lead when they get into that CRM, because now they've already raised their hand. They get moved over here. But again, I understood what you said, Jay, but I want to make sure the audience understands
that makes sense.
You know, that particular person you're talking to has raised their hand and we've moved them over to the CRM. Exactly. But that list, we might hit that. What's today? Wednesday. We'll hit that list today on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll text that list today on Wednesday evening. Okay. But then we might give that list a rest for 2 weeks and we'll hit that list again. Whereas we've also pulled a new list that same week.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you do it. And it's important, man, to listen to them as well. Right? Be attentive to what's going on when you hear on the phone. You hear a dog barking, you know, you want to make sure to take a note of that, right? You ask them, what's your dog name? Put that down. So the next time you call them in a month, you say, hey, man, how's Fido doing? You know, I know you had to take him to the doctor. Pay attention to all that, man. That's important. Or
I got 2 of them.
Yeah. If you hear The Price is Right going, right? You know, they like Price is Right, man. That's one of my favorite shows. I used to listen to this with my grandmother. Man, that goes a long way, man. That goes a long way. So we had a couple people that just came on, so we make sure we introduce everybody real quick. So Lenny, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Where you calling in from, all that good stuff.
Guys, what's up, man? Y'all know I missed it. I've been fumbling and doubling around with this phone and this computer, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I apologize, man, for being late. But, hey, man, my name is Lenny. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, man. I'm wholesaling down right now in Springfield, Missouri. I'm buying in Springfield, Missouri. Anything creative, anything you guys got creative, I'm definitely that buyer for that, man. Join me on Wholesaling with Lenny podcast tomorrow.
Sure.
And hey, man, that's about it.
Absolutely. Dion, tell us where you're logging in from, what you do.
Okay. All right. My name is Dion. I'm a realtor with EXP, and from the DFW area, primarily in the Grand Prairie area, and realtor, and also just, as far as investing, trying to figure out how to tap into the whole investment game on a different level, because I've done buying whole, but now I want to do some other things. I want to explore some other things.
We got a deal in the pipeline right now.
Right.
Trying to get it done. Sean, what's up with you, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, my friend?
It's a pleasure finally meeting you, man. So tell us where you're logging in from and what are you doing, all that good stuff, man.
What's going on, guys? Actually, my name is Sean Jones. My company is S&J Property Group. Basically, majority of my business is wholesaling real estate out of New Jersey and also in Alabama. I do have rental properties that I use my wholesaling capital to get and acquire, right? So my whole idealism when I first got into this business was to acquire some rental property. So that's what I did. And I just want to be able to get some more, and I'm going to use wholesaling as a way of doing it as far as getting it done.
Absolutely, man. I see you're really active out there too, man, in the social media game too. I see you all the time. So salute to you, brother.
I got a pipeline right now. Like I said, my territory is New Jersey, my backyard, of course, and also Alabama, which is a virtual market that I'm working in. And to be honest with you, Alabama's been really good to me. We've been closing deals out in Alabama. I got one right now, which is a condo under contract. Check with the HOA. They have no problems with short-term rental. So, if you're looking, I'm looking for a buy and hold investor that, does short-term and is looking for a condo.
Absolutely. One of my favorite shows out there right now is what is it called? Love in Huntsville. I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but then Alabama too, man. It's a pretty good show, man. You want to check that out, man. So salute to you, bro.
Thank you.
So go ahead, Ryan. I know you was getting ready to say something, man. I don't know if you can still remember it or not, bro. You was getting ready to say something.
Oh yeah, it was about the you were
welcome, bro.
Like what people have and stuff, like their dogs and if they're watching TV. All I do, I just teach my acquisition people. I'm like, just label it. Just say, oh, sounds like you got a, I don't know, sounds like you got a wild dog or something. Not a wild dog. Sounds like you got a dog back there. Or sounds like you're a family person too.
Yeah.
Tell me about
exactly.
It. Because then that, it opens up all the emotional responses. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people to be comfortable with us. And then we get down to that motivation a lot easier. So,
yeah. I had a deal where I pretty much cultivated, man, for probably about 6 months. And she actually ended up taking my offer, even though it was a little lower than what another person actually offered her for the property. But because she felt like she knew me. When I would call, I would ask about her dog. I asked about her mom because she frequently talked about him. You know what I'm saying? So eventually she went on and did it. She told me it wasn't about a whole lot more that they offer, but it was close enough to them. She could say, you know what? No, I'm gonna go with Jay. So that's how important it is, guys. Definitely do that. Definitely do that.
Yeah.
So what are you guys working on right now, man? That can kind of. That we can kind of talk about a little bit. Is there anything that's a little different that you guys experiencing?
So I got a lead that popped up. We went to go walk the property.
Your sound a little bit off a little bit.
Like again?
It's got like a little feedback. You guys hear that?
It's always a little. Here.
Say it one more. Yeah, you still hear a little bit of feedback.
Man. I don't know, man. This thing be tripping. Are we good?
Still can hear you. Still can hear it. Now it stopped. So try it now.
It stopped?
No, I did it again.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Log out and log back in and see what happens. All right. What about you guys? You guys working on something right now? Dion, you want to tell them a little about the deal that we got going on?
Yeah, I some kind of dropped in my lap the other day. Being a realtor and kind of just being, social media just kind of fell in my lap the other day, and it was a house. I think about one in the 150s, and we ran the comps on it, and so Jay was kind of schooling me on it. And what he was kind of letting me know about, that we were dealing with another wholesaler and just some of the things that I didn't originally pick up on. And so as he was schooling me on it, today we were kind of talking about it. We actually got the other wholesaler on the line today, and Jay was just kind of spitting game to him. And so as he was talking to him, and it it ends up with us putting an offer in, and we're just gonna see where it go from there.
Yeah. He's working with another company. You know how you run across other people who have who's a wholesaler as well, but they're dealing with another company or something like that. So they want you to quickly put the offer in, and then they want you, if you get it accepted, they want you to take the earnest money down in a couple of hours and close it in 7 days. Kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. I mean, it's something we can actually do once we actually get the contract executed, but we need to get that executed before we have our buyer to go out there to take a look at it. You know how that go. So I don't want to burn the bridge of my buyer, having sending him out there, and we don't have it on the contract.
It's illegal.
Yeah, exactly. It's illegal. So yeah, and that, you know what I'm saying. So it's real talk. yeah. So, but yeah. But yeah, we definitely, we're gonna knock some stuff out here, man. It's dark out here, man. I'm sitting on the porch. It got dark, man. Let me go ahead, y'all. Go ahead and talk. Let me turn this light on, man.
Hey, Dion, is it the same one in Halton?
No, I don't know. I think so. Yeah. That's the one. I think it's on Vicky, something like that. Vicky.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember I was looking at it because I was like, oh man, because I've already got a rental out there. And so I was like, oh, if I can get another one, let's see. But that price didn't work. I already knew it was a wholesaler because the way you presented, the way it came over. So I was like, no, I don't like that wholesale price. That's why I told you I needed it lower.
You did tell me that. You told me that right out the gate, less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, I need it lower.
So what I was saying before I left, though, right? So we bought the property about 2 months ago. And the seller said he wanted the property up north, closer to his parents, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. I get it. So I gave him a flat offer. I gave him a cash offer, right? Because I have my girl with me, and, she's a realtor too. So I gave him my cash offer, and then I told him what she could list it for. Right? So what he ended up doing was going with another wholesaler. And he ended up calling me last night. He say the wholesalers say, yeah, well, the numbers don't work, and I never do this. So dude was like, oh, so I'm the only one getting fucked, right? Like that was his response to dude saying, oh, I don't really ever, I don't never do this, right? So he was like, yeah, so I'm the only one doing it, right? So he ended up hitting me up this morning, telling me the whole story about how dude couldn't close. Locked it up too much, whatever. So I ended up going through it with dude. I was like, look, man, as an investor, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I can't give you 100% of the ARV because that's outrageous, right? I wouldn't be able to give you 90 or 80% either, right? Because this thing needs some rehab, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna lowball you. I'm gonna come in at 70% of the ARV, right? Because that's what I can do with the property, right? I found the comps. In order for me to actually put some work into this deal, right, I got to put some money into it for me to reach the comp. And when I do that, I got a slim window, man. And I'm not really trying to do all this for $8,000-9,000, right? So I'm going to have to kind of get this property at 70%, And I know you guys hear a whole bunch of people saying, oh, those investors want it on pennies on the dollar. But that's not true because I'm really offering you 70%. Of the ARV right now today, right? So, we can do this cash, or, we can make this a long-term deal where, I take this property off your hand. You won't be the landlord at all. You be the lender right now. And, I just take the property and we, go on from there.
What was the repair cost on it?
The ARV?
The repair, was the repairs need to be done on this property?
About 35, right? So
35?
We need a new kitchen, we need a new bath, and we need floors. It's only a bedroom, but it's on a double lot. You know what I mean? And now the comp 133 on this thing, right? So the comp 133, but it's on the double lot. The comp's smaller. You know what I mean? So I can get the buyer back. I'm actually calling him when I get off the phone because he called me. I told him, hey, well, let me rerun some numbers on it. Because, I broke it down to him and said, hey, look, man, I'm literally looking at my screen right now. And it's telling me to give you 70% of the ARV, right? just because this things need rehab. It's not up to tip top shape. And for me, I'm not going to move in it. I'm going to make this, you know, a rental, or, you know, I'm going to make this an Airbnb, but I'm not going to move in it. So I'm going to have to come in at 70%.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, right? So me saying that makes him see the logic. Like, damn, okay, well, you know, we do need some flooring. Kitchen beat up, the kitchen beat up, you know, the pee smell from the cat up in here. Damn, well, I know I ain't gonna get what I want now. This dude just made it make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, man, how fast can you make this happen?
Yeah, that's how I go, just like that. Yeah.
They got to put $30,000 on the property up north, right?
Yeah.
So how long? And he was looking at 55. That wholesaler came in at 55. He was like, "Yeah, I was banking on the 55 because I could put the 30 on the house. I could pay off her car, pay off one credit card. You know what I'm saying? Yada yada yada." Like he had it set.
Yeah.
52, but when I broke him all the way down, made him see the numbers in it, right? Because a lot of wholesalers don't do this shit. They don't, period. Really, just to be honest.
Logically walk through the deal.
They don't.
You have to do that. Nah, you have to do that though.
You gotta do it. You
gotta do it.
You gotta make you gotta make it make sense. And then, you know, just like Ryan was saying, you know, like we're gonna categorize this.
Yeah.
Just like Ryan, we're gonna, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, definitely, man. But you know, man, you can't go for the gusto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go for the gusto, baby.
Yes, sir. When they say, "Well, how quickly can you close?" You know, you the one that fight, man. Now it's time to go ahead and take it on in, now, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna call him back as soon as I get off this call. As soon as we finish, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, the game that we giving out for free. You know what I'm saying. You know, on top of the game I just gave out. Just go ahead, shoot them straight. Let them know you're not trying to live in this property. That's not what we into. We investors. So for us, it got to make sense, right? Facts. So I'm gonna get off the phone right off the dude saying, "Man, look, I can come in at 42. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go for the same 52 dude locked it up for. Because I know he tried to put another 5, 6, 10 on it, and it ain't make sense for nobody."
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it's done, folks. That's how it's done, folks.
Yeah. Walk them through it like you're leading them to the water.
Right? Absolutely.
You got water. I had a seller ghost me. Like was serious, was interested. This is in Jersey. And first they said they wasn't interested. And I always tell everybody that, you know, real estate is situational, right? It ain't about, they may not be interested today or this month, but they may be interested next month because again, life happens, right? So you know, anything, like I said, is very situational. So they said it wasn't interested, and then they said they were interested. They actually called us and said, you know, I'm interested in selling my property. So, you know, the property needed a lot of work. And for some reason they ghosted on me. I don't know what happened. I met with them. We sat down, we talked, we had good rapport. And, you know, I had no idea that when my assistant was calling them back to figure out when they're going to, you know, sign the contract, because they sent us the emails to send it to them, and they was ready to rock. I got it at I got it at 250. ARV is 510. So it was a good deal. Okay, a really, really good deal. So I actually went yesterday to their house. Okay, knocked on their door, and they came out. And I just led with, you know, communication, whether you want to be with me or you want to deal with me or you don't, it's fine. I think ghosting doesn't help the situation that you're in, right? Not saying anything, not doing anything, not because you may, you know, not be clear as to what it is that I was portraying. Instead of you asking those questions and I could be able to clarify it for you, you know, you wind up just not saying anything, which doesn't help. And they was like, yeah, you're right. And we had a good conversation. So that seller I'm gonna make sure I'm in their face every 30 days because
Yeah.
they ready to
Yeah.
pop, right? But it's just a simple fact of, again, some sellers are like that. They feel like they don't understand, or they feel like they are hearing other things from other people. You may get a situation where they may ghost on you. And so sometimes you got to take that next initiative to actually knock on their door, or maybe give them an email, or maybe a mail. There's different ways in which you can do that. Being that it was in my backyard, I was able to drive over there and knock on their door and get a conversation out. So I still have them, they want to deal with me. And so sometimes you got to do that because they will ghost. Some sellers will ghost on you. And when I say ghosting, that means not responding, not calling, not getting.
Period.
And I'm a big over communicator. That's just how I am. All my buyers know that. You have to have communication, right? You have to have on all levels. Companies too. When it comes to title companies, I need to hear conversation. If I don't hear something, I need to find out what's going on. I need to be that bridge if I need to be that bridge. You feel me? So that's exactly what I do.
But he just dropped some jewels, man, to the new people who are just getting into wholesaling, man, or in real estate, man. It's important, man, to learn your craft, learn it in and out, right? So that way, if you got to go knock at the door, you comfortable with having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important, man. And a lot of times, doing just what he's talking about doing, that would close the deal. Yeah. Because a lot of times the seller, like you say, seller don't understand what's going on, and rather than to come back and telling you, hey, but I don't understand, they just ghost you. But if you got enough guts, man, or you know exactly what you're talking about, and you go knock at that door and you say, listen, let me explain to you what we're talking about here. Based on your situation, the situation you guys are in, this solves your problems. And here's how. This is how it's a win-win for you and for me. This is how we can get you out your situation. And you walk them step by step through that. A lot of time, man, they're ready to sign on the dotted line right then and there. Right.
Because a lot of people, with this one, she's in pre-foreclosure. She already got the letter, right?
Yeah.
So it's, again, some sellers, I let some of students know this, you can let them know too, is that because the bank ain't saying nothing, they'll ride that wave.
That's real too, bro.
They get that till the bank says, hey, you got 30 days to get out, or whatever the case may be, right? But they'll ride that wave. We got people in pre-foreclosure right now that's been staying in the same house for like 2-3 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The banks, they're either too backed up, right? Because understand this, the banks are not in the business of holding property. The more they hold the property, they can't lend. That's a problem. So again, these people, there's a lot in Jersey. I haven't heard a lot in Alabama per se, but in Jersey, there's a lot of pre-foreclosures that people are still living in, and they're staying in there for years, right?
Yep.
And the bank ain't doing nothing at this point, so they figure, hey, if the bank ain't saying nothing, we good. But when the bank is quiet, that's
a problem. Hey, but Jay, Jay know how to stop them foreclosures right then and there on the spot, bro. So that is so true, man. Man, that's why it's important, man, to tailor your offers to fit whatever the situation that your seller's in. Right? Yep. What would you need to walk away with it so you can feel happy? Right, before you throw your number out there at them or whatever the case is, and let them tell you what it is, and you tailor it. They may not just need cash right now, right? They may be willing to take a little higher price and do owner finance on the property. You know what I'm saying? So you let them determine. Tell you exactly what they need, and you solve their problem. You get the contract signed every time.
Yeah, because I asked them I asked them twice, and I stayed quiet. How can I help you?
Exactly.
I stayed quiet.
Yep.
Well, I got a big roof situation. If you got a contractor, they'll take it for payments. No, I know that's not possible on my end, but
right.
Yeah.
The way you said that's very powerful too. How can I help you?
Facts.
How can I help you? Instead of what do you need for help or something like that.
Yeah.
How can I help you? Very powerful statement right there too. Yeah.
We're here to make money, right? Don't get me wrong, but ultimately, if we help them get what they need, we'll get what we want. right? So if you put them first in that situation, man, we will come out on victorious no matter what. So
That's why I say real estate has nothing to do with the house. Always say that. Has
it's the
absolutely
people.
to do with the house. It has everything to do with, if you could take the house out of it, you'll close more deals, right? Because
That's deep. That's deep right there.
I want to solve problems.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
So my first year in business, I was just thinking about the house. And I was wondering why I was getting stuck on this plateau of what's, I got to change my approach. And somebody told me, take the house out of it. What do you got? What do you got when you take the house out of it? I'm like, situation. Bingo.
Yeah, there it is.
That
is right there. That's dope right there, bro.
That is genius. I was
Yeah, it is.
had a bell or something.
Yeah.
If I could ring or something, because I was, man, that was prolific.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, because the simple fact of the reason that, if you remove, like I tell everybody, like you said, this is a situational business, right?
Yeah.
This is a situational business. What we trying to do is we trying to find out the situation, right? If you don't get the why, you get no pie.
It's simple as that. It's simple as that.
It's no pie, okay? Real talk. I mean, because we gotta find out what's the motivation, right? So like I said earlier, dude said he trying to move up north to his father, right? They need $30,000 down. They already signed a contract with the realtor. They need $30,000 down, so they need to buy this house. That house will provide them, to be closer to the family, and it's bigger in space, right? So they getting exactly what they need out of the situation, right? Now that I know the situation.
Yeah.
Now, if I just came in thinking about a house to flip for a little check,
yeah,
I just missed the whole damn situation. I missed the whole situation.
But also too, you can use that as pressure points too, right? And you're like, listen, what you gonna do if you don't sell the property, right?
Yeah.
And look, man, here's the opportunity to get you that $35,000 that you say you need, and it solves your problems.
I'm about to write this down.
So yeah, I mean, and also, your father, he's waiting on you down there, right? How long you got, this hit every time they tell you an issue, right? A problem they're dealing with, you just solve their problems and hit on those pressure points because they're telling you what it is. They playing spades with the hands up, right?
Oh,
all you gotta do is count the books, man. You see what it is, right? And play the hand. That's how you do it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And let them talk.
Let them talk. Stop talking.
As
That's real
new
too.
host, I think sometimes as new people who are coming into this game, they've been influential. They've been influenced by this info crack. So once they get onto this when they start their business, they want to be diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah,
you have all this information.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want to sound like you're going over their heads. Oh, the ARV is, they don't know what ARV is.
No, they don't.
Or I gotta talk to my title company. They don't know what a title company is. So it's, again, even though everybody graduated from YouTube University, sometimes that could be a default. That could be good to a fault.
Fact.
Right?
Fact.
Because we'll just speak it like we are so educated. But again, there's three things that I tell people that we have to be to make sure, because sometimes, we will build rapport to a default, right? Meaning that, we coming in as an expert, right? That we know our stuff, right? But we also want to be able to take that certainty that we have, that we can provide value to them, and translate that over to them. And in order for us to do that, sometimes we get into rapport. We may talk about football, basketball for 20, 30 minutes. By that time, we've lost all credibility, because where is the expert in your field at? Because you done talk for 30 minutes about the Golden State Warriors.
That's real, though.
Does that make sense?
Real. That's real. Yeah.
So sometimes you got to be careful when it comes to building rapport. Building rapport, but at the same time, make sure that you still stay in the space of being the expert in your field.
You definitely want to, like I said, you don't want to talk too much, but you want to make sure that you control the wave of this conversation, right? Just like in real estate, right? You want to keep, when you're doing a deal, right? You want to stay in control of the deal. So that's why Sean is saying is when that deal go to the title company, he wanted communication, He want to stay. Yeah, you want to make sure that you understand what's going on with your deal. So if your seller call and say, "Hey man, what's the status of everything?" You want to be able to tell them what's going on, right? So stay in control of the conversation. You can let them kind of drift a little bit, but get them back on point, right? You know that's the thing you got to do, man. You got to control it.
That is highly important.
Yeah,
highly important.
Yep.
I meet people and they be like, "Oh yeah, well, we're gonna close over here, we're gonna close over here." No, the hell we're not.
Exactly.
We close at Titan Title, and that's it.
Yes, sir. Dion, did I just tell you that earlier, bro? When we talked about that earlier, bro? I said normally we do a deal, man. The buyer determines where. Well, I determine where we want to close this deal at because I want to make sure they do assignment. Yeah, it's important to do that.
Gotta make sure they do. Ain't it, man? Listen.
Yeah, man.
They calling it close and they told me what to check. They're like, "What check?"
Yeah, I'm always, like I said, I'm always calling them. There should be. I mean, I know there's a lot of title companies that have a lot of work, but you're getting paid when we close too. So you need to do your service, right? You're providing a service. I'm giving you that ability to do so, right? So I'm calling them. Listen, what did the buyer say? Well, we still haven't gotten to touch with the buyer. Okay, did you email them? Like you got to be like that, because otherwise, if you're not on it like that, then the title company don't take you serious.
Facts.
Here's one thing talking about title company, and I've never done this before. We just did it. We got 2 title companies to work together.
Oh yeah, that happens. That can happen. I never did that before. That does happen.
Break that down, Jay.
One on the buyer side, one on the seller side, right?
Yeah.
Huh,
with one closing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, break that down.
So as a notary, we do stuff like that as well, right? So that person the seller may be out of state or whatever the case is. The buyer may be in another state. So I may close.
No, they were all in the same state.
They was all in the same state.
It was all in the same state. It was all in the same city.
Okay, so we do I'm a closing agent as well. So we may close it once with this lady, and then later on they close it the other side with the man or whatever the case is. So that's deep, man. I like that.
Using two title companies within the same state is just out of comfortability for both sides.
Well, the buyer wanted to use his title company.
Right.
We already had escrow open up at another title company, and I wasn't finna pull it from my title company to give it to them.
Right.
Wow, bro, that's deep.
I said, hey,
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
And then y'all split the fee down the middle.
Right. I did that with a closing attorney, because a lot of buyers like to use their closing attorney.
Yeah.
And I don't mind you using your your closing attorney. Just send me the receipt saying that the escrow is in. Like I need a receipt. I don't want to hear that, the money's there. No, I want a receipt of deposit that money is in there. Otherwise, your 24 hours is over. My buyers know they got 24 hours after they sign that assignment of contract to put a deposit in. If not, it's open season for everyone else. I'm not a cash buyer employee.
Facts.
I didn't get into a get out of a job to work for somebody. No, it's if I don't get that 24-hour deposit, sorry.
So we talked about that today too, though, right? So you see here, it's not me saying it. He said the exact same thing. But go ahead, Ryan.
I've had people racing to the attorney's office to put deposits in. I don't care.
I've had that too. Too.
It's not even the deal's not done until somebody does. Actually, the deal's not done until it closes. But I don't put it on pending. I keep marketing it until somebody does a deposit.
Facts.
Yep. So
facts. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Put your money up.
Yeah, man. Show me. Put the money on the wood to make the deal go good, bro.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys, man. So I know we got some new people that's on here watching now, and some people gonna watch later on. How do you guys determine the market that you're gonna invest in?
I mean, we do a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, we do a lot of market research. So especially doing virtual, we start out first finding an area that we want to go into. Okay. And that might be a flip of a coin. I really don't care. But then from there, we'll break that whole area down from the middle out 50 miles and grab all of those zip codes. Then we'll find all the cash buyers for that zip code. Okay, to see what that number is. And we put all this in a spreadsheet. Then we're going to find the number of houses sold, the population, because we don't accept a certain amount of population in an area. Then we're also going to look at the days on market, and we're going to look at the median sales price for those areas. Then we take all that information together, and then we'll go through and find the average and the median, and we determine what those prices are, and then go and cherry pick those zip codes that we're going to use. We also do one other step, but we go to the economic website and we pull out the distress areas. So we'll know if it's a distressed area, we know if it's a mid-tier area, we know if it's a high-end area before we even go to it. So if we just want to hit distress, we'll go straight distress. We'll do those zip codes that we've put in red, and we'll market to those zip codes. And that's when we're going into a new area, and then we'll get feedback from that, and we'll keep going.
Now, everybody that's listening to this right now, man, rewind this whole thing and play that again and write that down step by step. That's how you do it, man. Just like that, man. So,
yeah,
anybody
you want to know? Call me and ask me.
Absolutely. Anybody want to follow up with that?
Yeah, I think it's important to get the population and the medium. It's so important. And also, you know, ask around too. I think you know, when you wholesaling real estate or any type of real estate, networking outside and being okay to network and ask those questions is important, right? Especially when you're doing virtual. So I would I would link up with real estate agents out there just to see exactly with the pulse of the market, right? Because like I said, market's shifting at this point, right? It may be good for others, maybe bad for us. I mean, it may be good for others and bad for others, right? So again, medium is very important. Population is very important, right? And actually networking out there. I do a lot of networking. I'm talking to people all the time because they know that market of Alabama. They know, they sniff it. They know the air. They know exactly what's going on out there. So I like to ask questions. I'm never the smartest person in the room at all.
I hate that. And I'm the smartest person in the room. I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not the smartest person in the room.
That's really important though, man. Just to piggyback off what Sean was saying, man. I've been getting some deals in bumfuck Egypt. Like, why is you calling the town where it's only 2,000 people, bro? Why is you calling the town where it's only 10,000 people, bro? Like, there's no you talking about I can't find a comp. No shit.
That's the only house in the county.
What are you talking about, man? Like I said, man, stick to metropolitan areas, guys. Unless you got specific buyers for rural areas who like, you know, cattle ranchers, cattle guys. I got some cattle guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you got some cattle guys like me, like to buy stuff, you know, 100 acres, 50 acres, stuff like that, then that's when you know what I'm saying, you want to tackle those, but then you want to make sure it's a stream on the property, it's fenced in, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, man, please, for the sake of your check, for the sake of you not dropping out of this business, right? For the sake of you locking something up and you dropping out of this business because you can't move that deal, stick to metropolitan areas, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hey, what we gonna do with that one in Montana? he know what I'm talking about. What we gonna do with that one in Montana?
you there, Lenny?
I always tell somebody when they first start.
What'd you say?
I always tell somebody when they first start in their backyard, man.
I'd say the same thing.
Period.
Start in the place that you know, where you know the mailman, you know the mail person, you know the grocery store.
Ain't no deals for them there.
Oh, let me tell you something. You know what's so funny is that
right.
That's the whole mentality of getting in your own way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
there's no
the concept of wholesaling is not rocket science, but there's effort that's got to be applied to it.
Facts.
So regardless of anything, you got to do the research. You got to put the effort in. You got to do all this. You got to do the analysis that my man over here is doing. That is part of the play.
But Sean, they didn't look for problems. They were looking for houses.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm giving it back. You giving the nuggets, but I want to make sure you understand. I want everybody that's listening to this to understand that if you are thinking that way, you're thinking wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody else is thinking that way. This is the reason why Ryan, myself, Lenny, we can all find the deals because you ain't looking for them.
And that's the problem I'm having with people when they go onto these, when they want to learn the system, learn the business. I always say get a mentor. It's always good to have one. I actually had a buyer that was my mentor back in the day. But I always think that it's very important because what is being shown is the shiny objects. And let me let you know that we all are on here because there is a bag to be getting. I get that. We want that. We want to establish that, not just that bag. I do it because this is a gateway to other real estate possibilities that I never thought I would be able to be involved in. Right.
Facts.
So again, the shiny object has to really stop.
But I want to know everything first, Sean.
You know what?
I'm just gonna throw it out there tonight.
But you're right, though. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the mindset that it's like somebody who has a bunch of cats in their house, right? And they are in the cat, and it smells horrible. But when they're in the house, they chilling. But as soon as you walk into their house, you're like, God damn, you living like this? They don't smell it.
Yeah, they used to
it. Right. So they're immune to that mentality of, wow, I can't do this. I need that check. I want that Benz. I want this get quick rich scheme thing going on. This is a long game, guys. This is a long game. And once you understand that there's so much more that could be gained in this field of real estate, the possibilities are fucking endless, bro.
Yeah.
But I called 100 people, Sean, and nobody wanted to sell.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
so
we hear it all the time, man.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Right.
But most people do just enough to fail.
Well,
right? They do just enough to fail.
I like that too, Jay, but they do just enough to say that they did something.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they thought what they were doing was being productive, and it's not being productive.
Yeah.
And they can have the justification to say it didn't work.
Exactly.
That's not a justification.
Yeah.
I did it. I knocked on doors. I drove for 2 hours. I did some driving for dollars. I did it one day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's just,
He who was willing to go the furthest will win. Just think about it, man. When you run across a property where it's hard to find the seller or the owner of the property, right? Most wholesalers or whatever the case, they may do a round of numbers or try to find numbers or whatever, 15 minutes or something like that, right? If they can't find it, they done, right? But if you get on it and you just, you go in and you actually find that number, you may be the only person who got in contact with this person. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to go that extra mile.
Yeah, and then at the same time, this is not the business for you because at the end of the day, I like the good, the bad, the ugly that comes with this whole situation. You got to love what you do. If you don't, then why waste your time? Time on this earth is very limited.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's worth a whole lot more than a wholesale deal.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's true. That's true. It's truly it can be a grind too.
It's a grind.
It can be a grind too. But like you say, it's a stepping stone that you can use to get to other places, man. For sure.
So,
what do you say?
We want to quit their job. I want to work for myself. Well, first you got to figure out if you want to work for yourself. First you got to figure out which 12 hours it's going to be. In the AM or the PM.
Facts.
Okay. But you got to work.
You got to work.
You got to work.
Yep. I want to work for myself. Sure.
Right.
I think everybody has the capabilities of working for themselves, but we don't have a good point of reference of what that looks like.
Right. Well, they're not going to look for it.
Right. But
the embarrassment of even asking is holding people back. Right? I remember when I first started, man, I was broke, laid off, and at Barnes and Nobles reading. Okay. And met a guy that invited me to a real estate meeting. And then I found another guy at the real estate meeting who became my first mentor. And I said, hey, man, if you teach me everything you know about real estate, I'll split every deal with you 50% for a whole year.
That's the way to do it.
And that's how I got started.
Yeah. That's value for value, bro.
Exactly.
That's value for value. Instead of saying, give me everything you know, and I'll try.
Well, even if you gave them everything you know, even at once, like what most courses do, they're not going to do anything with it because there's not a test afterwards.
The story. What's the thing? Jay, how does it go when the mentors say, "Meet me at the beach"? Right. You know what I'm talking about? Like that old moniker, whatever. You know, the mentor tells the student, "Meet me at the beach at 5 or whatever."
Yeah.
He come in a suit.
Yeah, right. He comes.
Yeah. Should have came in shorts.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Let's get together. You know what I'm saying?
So you want to win more than you want to breathe, right? Then you become successful.
Then you become successful.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you're already a success as soon as you made a decision that you were going to do it.
Right.
But are you going to do it enough and put enough energy into it so that you recognize that it's success?
That's right.
Not everybody else, but for you to recognize that it is success and this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
Right.
And then measure your level, right? Then measure your level, right?
Right.
You shit, your level might not be Grant Cardone's level. Your level may not be Jason Sims' level. Your level may not be Sean Jones' level. Your level may not be Ryan's level.
Let's whet their appetite, guys. What's the biggest deal you done? Most money you made on one deal. Let's show people that this is not just talking.
Wholesale or
wholesale. What's the biggest deal you've done? The max amount of money you made on a deal.
The wholesale
deal.
The biggest wholesale, no lie, the biggest wholesale deal, no lie, is actually coming up. Because remember that 14 unit I was gonna buy?
Yeah, that's a good.
I'm wholesaling that deal, right? That's actually my first transition into
commercial.
Welcome,
brother. Welcome on this side of the earth, bro. Welcome, baby. Round of applause for my guy, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's nothing like it, bro.
Man.
Yes, sir. Salute to you.
What's the number, Lenny? What's the number?
25.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't spend it all in one place, Lenny.
No, sir.
I am though.
You're getting that house, right?
Yeah.
That's for that house. But that's your investment and your paycheck to yourself. So congratulations.
Buying that other house with it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. My biggest the one that was in foreclosure, the one in Jersey, that's going to be a 6-figure day.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah.
Because them Jersey numbers, Sean.
Yeah. That's right. Them Jersey numbers is crazy, bro. I need to get there where you at, bro.
That's what I was gonna say. It's totally different in Jersey because it's higher. So, but as opposed to like Alabama, you know, the house is different.
Right.
Yeah.
So this one would be definitely, I would say, let me go to different fact. It's 250. I'm gonna have it under contract for 250. ARV is 515. You're gonna put about maybe 80,000 in it. I mean, if I do it to 250, I can sell it for 350.
So this not a wholesale deal. Wholesale. Okay.
This is a wholesale deal, but also I'm also thinking about taking it down myself. To be honest.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm leaning more of taking it down as a project for myself. Period.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
In the market and make more. Now the highest one I got as far as like closing was 37.
37. That's a good number there, bro.
Yeah.
37 is a good number.
Yeah.
So we didn't do 6 figures, but we had a deal in Concord like a couple months ago. We got it for 85. Super tough to get, but we sold it for 150. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And see, this is the thing. That's proof of concept.
Yeah, man. So the hard work we talk about putting into these deals or to acquiring these deals is worth it.
That's actually, it's a good point that you say that because, man, we followed up with this guy so much. He wanted 200 for the longest, and then we caught him on the right day.
Yeah,
right day.
Right.
And my guy just said, how would it feel if you didn't sell this? Because he probably wasn't going to sell it for months. And then we come in, we find a buyer almost immediately because it was a good deal. and boom.
Say that one more time, Ryan. They didn't hear the power phrase in what you said.
No,
Good deal.
The power phrase that he said is, "How would you feel?"
That's right.
You
That's
didn't
right.
sell
it.
Listen,
did.
dude, I've been doing this. I've been
Yeah.
doing this, and I've never asked nobody that.
How
Here's-
would you
here's
feel
something-
if?
That just changed my whole game, bro.
Here's something real powerful, and I love you saying
Real
this.
talk.
Labels, how-oriented questions, calibrated questions, accusation audits. Hey,
That's raw emotion, bro.
I'm gonna sound like a jerk here. I'm gonna sound like I haven't done my homework here.
Wow.
But something like, but I'm gonna offer this amount on the property. But my underwriter told me to offer this on the property because I don't even tell him I'm the boss. I say,
You're never the boss.
you're never the boss. Yeah, I say, hey, my underwriter told me that I got to give you this price for it. And then boom, quiet. Because then if you say anything else, if you break the silence,
Yeah,
you
man.
lose. You lose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Say it and shut up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And that
I
goes
think
into the point that goes into the point Sean was talking about earlier. Was saying, hey man, don't talk too much. You want to talk half as much as the other person's talking. You want to guide, funnel the prospect, and you'll do really well.
Yeah, I think that's the whole idealism. I think another things that students have to understand that regardless of what avenue channel you use, this is a people's business, right?
Yeah.
So even if you do banner signs or you do texting or you do letter writing, you're still gonna have to speak to the seller. There's no gap in between that. There's nothing that can cover that. You gotta be able to have that conversation. And so tonality is important. Everything's important. Being relatable is important. And so you just work on that. There's people that are introverts and they're just not talking. They're not good at talking. So you just got to work on that. You know what I'm saying? And know that this is a people's business. They need you more than you need them.
Facts, man. Facts. That's the biggest hurdle right there. Because we, coming from maybe we come from an area where it's disassembled, right? Money wasn't flowing that smoothly, right? And we see these numbers coming. Man, I could possibly make you 10 grand off this deal from just conversation and a contract. Man, man, please let me get this deal. No, man, you're solving their problems, and you deserve to get compensated for that. Simple as that, man. Right? Think about this for a second. So we talked about the numbers, right? So Lenny, just tally up all the hours it took you to get this deal. How much you say would that be for you making this kind of money you about to make on this deal? How much time did you put in on this deal?
Well, first we was talking about buying the deal, right? First I was gonna buy it, and then they said they didn't. They ran a background check on me, couldn't find nothing. And then they couldn't look up my company, et cetera. So they went to the attorney and changed the terms of the deal. Oh, okay. Well, he needs to send us this, send us that, send us this, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So then they agreed to move forward, and then we ended up going, back again, meeting again, and then they changed the terms on me again. So I literally say probably about 60 days or less. Maybe
But I'm talking about as far as if you was to put minutes on it or hours on it collectively
Clocked
together.
in and clocked out.
Yeah, how much would you say you put in this deal?
Oh man, fuck, dude, probably about 17, 18 hours maybe.
So let's say 18 hours, and how much you looking to make off this deal?
25,000.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. You even on the street, if you was on the street hustling, you ain't getting that kind of money, right? This is illegal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the people out there ain't making no money like that, right? Come on, bro. Come on, man.
A lot crowded. It ain't going.
Exactly. Legal, bro.
Yeah, real quick.
Say it again?
No, I said real quick because it's crazy though. Because like I said, I was gonna keep it, and then they got to throwing all kinds of terms into it.
Yeah.
Then the last term was, we gonna use this title company. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm cool. I'm done. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then one of my buyers hit me up, like, hey, you know, when you closing on that unit or whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm not. And he's like, well, shit, assign it to me.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
And I was like, what? He was like, assign it to me, bro. And I was like, what should I, like, what do you feel? I asked him, though, this is my buyer. I was like, what do you feel comfortable with? I know this is a big deal. Yeah, man. I was like, what do you feel comfortable with? He was like, well, I know you're trying to do what you're trying to do. He was like, so 25,000?
Dope. There it is, bro. That's huge. That's huge right there. And that's your first commercial deal. Yeah. So and that's kind of what we're putting together here the next week or so, man. So we're gonna have a RIT going on as well. So we get a group of people together on some commercial deals as well, but also on master lease options. So we're gonna try to acquire some of these 10 units, these 20 units, man. You know, get everybody together. Let's make this thing happen, man. Why not? Why not, man? We wholesaling these deals, bro, and we making a little bit of money off of it. But if we was able to acquire these properties and hold them for a length of time and then sell them, and yeah, man, we can make more money on these properties, man. Right. Listen, people out there right now who spend the money to buy these properties, right? We have a particular set of skills that they don't have. Right? Why not do that for ourselves?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Say all of us right here, there's 6 of us on it right now, bro. Come on, man. You think we can't knock some stuff down, bro, and put that in our portfolio, bro, and sit back and be in somewhere sipping a mahi next year all together, man? Come on, bro. We can do that, man. We can do it. Why not?
I think that's why I believe that the wholesaling strategy, because you're not a wholesaler. I don't never believe that. I think that you're an investor that does this wholesaling strategy.
Facts.
There's no, if I'm a fix and flipper, I'm gonna say, are you a fix and flipperer? No.
Buy holderer? Yeah, subject to a yeah.
That deals in a strategy of
yes, sir.
That's a strategy. Not a title. It's not you. So when it comes to like when you were saying how we should all get together and do things and stuff like that, because I would always believe that you wholesale some, you keep some.
Facts, man.
Some you keep.
Yeah, man.
And that's the whole business model of how we all should operate, right? We shouldn't give the whole entire community, well, my community that I deal with, all the money, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get banned, but
Right.
So and be able to start to be able to have the mindset of group economics, right?
That's the key to this thing, bro. That's the key. Imagine we was able to everybody on this thing has been closing deals, right? Imagine if we was able to keep 25% of the deals that we close.
Yeah.
How much money we'll have today?
Yeah.
If we'd have kept it instead of taking that quick money, right? Yeah. That's the issue with a lot of these rappers and singers and things of that nature, right? They see this big payment up front and they sell their masters on the back end. They stop it on the back end, right? Exactly. Why not just take a little bit less off the front, bro, and keep the whole and keep our masters, bro? Exactly. So we can eat for a lifetime.
Yeah. Well, that's
what I'm saying.
Raising money.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And got an investment property. I did a 203K. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to hold some.
Yeah. Now there's one person that we're missing on here, right? We Jarrell. Jarrell he's our hard money lender, man. So Jarrell, man. Y'all love Jarrell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jarrell, he does deals in about 48 states or something like that. So he'll be on here next week as well, man. So any question you ask him, man, he's able to roll it off the tongue, man. He can get things done. You know what I'm saying? So with him, we got our realtor right here, that can help us, find some deals or, whatever it needs to be done. He can point us in the right direction of what we should be doing or whatever the case is, and then put our minds together and a couple other people we got that's on the team as well, man. There's no reason why we can't do exactly what they're doing. And Sean said this, he said it too, man. Group economics, bro. Simple as that, bro. Group economics, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
So listen, man. This was action packed, bro. This was a lot going on in this episode. Dion, how you feel over there, bro? How you feel, man?
Oh man, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. You know, my intro into the game was buying hoes. So for me to see and hear it from a different perspective, and like he said, like Sean said, you know, to have a different different way of looking at it and a different way of approaching it, you know, that's kind of what I'm loving. I'm loving it.
Facts.
Loving it.
Yeah. So listen, man, Ryan, man, you know, definitely every week, man, you come on, you can definitely do it, man. Sean, man, hey, we love your expertise too. We want to come on every week, come through, man, you know.
Ryan is in North Carolina, man.
Yeah. No, he's in Jersey, right?
No.
Oh, he's no. Okay, that's Sean.
Ryan,
Okay.
Ryan in North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, I like North Carolina too, man.
Yeah, North Carolina, man, it's nice. It's growing here like crazy.
Yeah.
Lots of money.
North Carolina. I'm gonna be in North. That's the next territory.
It's going down.
What area, Sean?
Huh?
What area?
Yeah.
Wakefield. I think it's Wakefield. Something. I gotta look at
Wake Forest, maybe.
Wake Forest.
But I haven't been in there yet. But I will be sticking my toe in that area as well because I want to expand. North Carolina is definitely on my radar. So I want to be able to network with you. Let's do JV deals together, and you know, there's enough meat on the bone.
And I'm out here in Dallas, in Texas as well. So if you guys need, you know, something down here, man, definitely let us know.
Yeah.
I got an uncle that does buying and investing and flipping out, and I think it's Dallas. It's either Dallas or Houston, but Charles Wells. I'll give him a shout out. Charles Wells. He's good.
Charles Wells. That name sounds familiar, but
yeah. So
We
in either all these markets down here. So yeah, we probably bumped into him if he's out here shaking and moving for sure.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. And Jay, tell him where you at, Jay.
Dallas, man. Dallas, Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Dallas, Texas. Wholesaling, of course, here, St. Louis, Atlanta area, Tennessee, and we just got a new mentee, so we're going to be doing the DMV area up in DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Nice.
So we're about to roll on over to the East Coast a little further, up from Georgia.
And this was crazy, man. I just got to connect to in Canada. I got a guy up there, man, that's doing some wholesale stuff in Canada, man. So
Lenny, that's where Andrew is.
Yeah.
That's where Andrew is.
Yeah, Andrew is up in Canada, yeah.
Yeah, we better plug in with him in a minute as well. And Lenny, where you at again?
Man, I'm right here in Southwest Missouri, man. Springfield, Missouri, little college towns, like 4 college towns.
Nice.
I'm one of 3 black wholesalers in town. We down here killing it. Like my man Sean said, man, you know, wholesale some, keep some. That's where I'm at in this space at the end of 2022. You know what I mean? Building this portfolio strong, man. You guys got some creative deals, man. Send it to old Lenny is what I do.
Absolutely. And Dion, tell him where you at. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the Dallas area. Yeah, in the Dallas area. More on the Grand Prairie side, kind of in between Fort Worth and Dallas.
You know about Charleston White, man. Charleston White is crazy, man. That dude nuts,
we're going to bring up Charleston White on the podcast.
Yeah, I wish I could get him on here, bro. He nuts, bro. He's speaking real, though. He says some stuff, man, that hits you across the chest, bro. But he going to get hurt, man. He's doing too much, man. So, but listen, man. Hey, man, I really appreciate you guys coming on, man. Next week, I'll be in my home studio, man. So I've been kind of maneuvering around, so you'll be able to really see me, man. And look, let's go get it, man. I'll be sending you guys a link to the meeting, man. So hopefully you guys can log in and we can really chop it up, man. Kind of off the podcast, and let's see how we can bring some value to each other, man.
Real quick. Jersey. I'm in North Jersey, not South Jersey. I'm more of Jersey, so you understand. I'm Northern Jersey, and you know what? And let's get away with this whole mentality of things is saturated. There's no such thing.
Such thing, bro.
There's no such thing. Doesn't matter where you are. There's deals to be made. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. And here's the deal too. One more thing. So we are wholesale too, but we also have other tools that we have too. We can do too. So from subject tools to lease options to land to all that good stuff. So if you're a great wholesaler, if you're a great investor, you got to have different tools to be able to close some of these deals. Right. So what do? You run across a property that's upside down. As a regular wholesaler, there's nothing you can do. But if that person is motivated, if they're willing to sell it on terms, you still can get it done. Right. So we can do a subject to owner finance and hey, let's make it happen. So
bring it to me.
Absolutely. and like Jason said too, he can stop a foreclosure too, man. So if you guys got a deal that's about to be foreclosed on,
even if we can't stop it, I can still show you how to earn money off of it, especially if it's got an 80-20 on it.
Facts.
We'll buy the 20.
See everything you need, and we got our hard money lender as well, man. So listen, let's make it happen, bro. Why not?
Why not?
For sure.
Let's do it.
All right. Hey man, salute to you guys again, bro. And you guys continue to kill the week, bro. And we see you guys next week.
Already know, man.
Salute, man. It's good to see you, Sean, man. All right, brother. Peace.
Later.